the sum of sales if I have everything on different table like that. So I need to bring everything into one table. Let's remove blanks from here as well, and remove blanks from the February sales as well. Remove blank rows. So you need to take note of that when you're working, okay? So remove blank rows from the three of them. All right. So now we have January sales. In January sales, you will look, if you check the order dates, you see that it's dates in January. It's only dates in January you have here. Okay. Then February sales, if you check it, you see that it's only dates in February that you have here. March sales as well. You see that it's only dates in March that you have here. So if I tell you, okay, so for January to March, what is our total sales made? If you don't have this data on the same table, it will be more difficult to compute, because you have to first do January sales, then do February sales, then do March sales, then you now do the sum of the three of them, which is not necessary. So far, you have the same column headers and the same column data type. You can merge it by append. You can append it rather. So January sales is going to come first, followed by February sales under it, then March sales under it. So take note of something. For January sales, how many rows do I have? 79 rows. If you look down here, see where my cursor is moving. I have 79 rows. Okay? So you have 79 rows on your January sales. If you have more than that, make sure you remove blank rows by coming up here and saying remove blank rows. Now for February sales, how many do I have? I have 46 rows for February sales. For March sales, how many do I have? I have 157 rows. Do you see that? Okay, so what do I want to do? I want to merge the three of them. January will come first, so in January I will select first. Okay, and I will come to where I have append queries, and we click on this drop down arrow and say append queries as new. Good. So it will ask me how many tables do I want to append. So I'm appending how many? 1, 2, 3. Isn't it? So I'm going to click 3 or more tables. All right. So tables to append. Currently I have January sales here. So I want to include February sales and March sales. So how do I do that? Select February sales, then click add. Number of rows, I think it's below here. Look at my cursor. Where my cursor is dancing, the bottom left corner of the screen, it's telling you the number of rows in that data. So after February sales, what other data are you merging or are you appending? The March sales. So select March, click add. So January, February, March. And I'll go ahead and do what? Click OK. And it will create a new table. You see how many rows we have in this now? 282. So it has added all the rows from the 3 tables, appended it and put it in one table. So now in this data we have data for January, we have data for February, we have data for March. And this brings us to an end of data cleaning techniques in the Power Query Editor. So we've looked at a whole lot of techniques in cleaning data in the Power Query Editor. Okay, we've seen how to do it in Excel, we've seen how to do it in Power Query. So you are confident, it doesn't matter where you're coming from. Okay, it doesn't matter where you are doing your interview, it doesn't matter how they throw the question. you are confident, be it Excel or Power BI. Okay, it's only in SQL that we won't be doing data cleaning because we'll be looking at querying data out of databases, which in its own is a cumbersome task on its own already. Okay, but be it be it Excel, be it Power BI, which are the main tools, you have no issue when it comes to data cleaning. So the data we worked on in that Excel class, we're going to do the same thing as an assignment. Okay, as an assignment, and you will need to submit on or before Wednesday 6 p.m. This time around, I'm not going to extend that at all. I'm not going to extend it at all. If it is only 20 people that submit, so be it. Maybe other ones I might consider, but this particular one, I am not going to extend it. So let us do a little bit of visualization, then I'll explain that assignment for us again, and I'll share the attendance and we'll move on. So to visualize, I don't want to load now. If I click close and apply, it will load all these data sets, everything like this, into Power BI desktop. But should in case there are instances where you don't want to load everything, let's say it is only this append one I want to load. Okay, let's say it is only this append one that I want to load. I don't want to load this remaining. What do? Right click on this one and uncheck this button that says enable load. I will uncheck it. So when I uncheck it, you'll see that now it has the writing or the font has changed to italics. Okay, so I will do the same thing for the rest. I will leave only this append one. We'll work on this to do a little bit of visualization. So I'll do for the rest as well. So I will make sure only append one is left. Okay, so this append one, I'm going to rename it. Let's call it sales data. Enter. Okay, and then finally, I'm going to come over to close and apply. All right, close and apply. On your home tab, you'll see close and apply. Just click close and apply. So you should open your Power BI desktop back and it will now start loading it into your data set. So you see that when it's done loading, there are pending changes in your queries. It will remove automatically because now we've applied changes, loaded the changes into our Power BI desktop now. In the last class, we did not load because we're not done with our cleaning techniques. But now that we are done and we want to work with a particular data, we load it. So do you see that those stuffs disappear immediately? Now, on your data pane, you should have sales data. The data pane is to the right of the screen. This is the data pane. So on your data pane, what do you have? Sales data. That's it. So let's do just 4 visuals. Okay, 2 card visuals and then, okay, let's do 6. 2 card visuals, 4 normal visuals. All right, so from your knowledge of the, what is it called? Financials data that we worked with in the last 2 classes when we started Power BI. Okay, that's sample data that we worked with. Okay, so you should know how to work with some visuals already, isn't it? So let's quickly just do a little bit of visualization. So I'm going to expand this to see the columns that I have in it. Okay, you expand by clicking the arrow directly in front of the table name. So the table is sales data. Click that arrow to expand. So let us do sum of sales, sum of profits on a card visual. So I'll insert card visual by selecting card visual. Then I'll drag sales from here to fields. So this is the sum of sales computed 74.45K. But it should give me currency symbol. Is it dollar? Is it naira? So click on the sales. Okay. You have to come to your data tab again, on your data pane, rather. All right. Come to where you have sales. Click on it. Click that sales. Just click sales. You should have a new tab called column tools at the top. Now on column tools, you will see this dollar sign. So just click dollar sign. I need to format it as a currency. Do you see that? Good. So we have sum of sales. So let's do sum of profits. So click outside anywhere on your canvas, insert a new card visual, and drag profits to fields. So do the same thing for profits. Click on profits and then add the currency. You see that? So let's look at sales by region. Sales by region. So I'm going to make use of, let's make use of a pie chart here. I'll drag sales to values because those are my values. And I'll now drag region to legend for pie charts. Okay. So why the kobo? The K is not kobo. It means 1,000. Okay. It means 1,000. 10K, 9K. Okay. So this is 74.45 thousand. So 74.45, that's simply 740 something thousand. All right. So, or 74,040 something. All right. You are calling me. You can't see what I am doing. You should. Yeah. Then you should notice that, okay, you are the only one having that issue. If it is not, not a general issue, then you should know that, okay.
It's general. It's general. It's general, sir. It's general.
It's general.
Yes, we are not seeing anything.
You're not seeing what I'm doing at all.
No, we can see the dashboard. When you are saying you want to change the dollar sign, change all those ones, we can see what you are clicking.
You can't see what I'm clicking.
And even the amounts and all those things, we are not seeing them. I'm not seeing them, and I'm sure many majority are not seeing them.
Sir, what it means this is not general. I can see. So what's happening? I mean, you can see. Do you see? You see what?
What it means is the coastal, like the coastal.
The cursor.
Yes, the coastal. Whenever you slide it, it goes like invisible. We can't see it.
Mr. Malik, the first things you did, that 5K something, they are aligned to the left. But this one you did now, this one with these are circular objects with different colors is centralized. I can see it, and I believe many people or other people can see it. But the first things you did that has to do with 5K, or when they were saying is the K cup or something, they are all aligned to the left, and I can see it. And I believe the person who also spoke the same thing with me too can see it. It's all aligned to the left. So I believe people should just be saying their minds, or but maybe some people will not just want to talk. I don't know. You see?
I don't understand your question. Okay. So the first visual I did you see it or not?
it is aligned to the left. Everything is not visible.
What do you mean by aligned to the left? So now
That
this is your canvas. Okay, get this. This is your canvas. If you are building your dashboard, you are using this entire space. So I don't have to put this visual here. I can place it here. There's nothing like it is aligned to the left. No.
You see, that's what we are saying. That place you placed it. It went too way off the screen. So we can't
way too off your own screen. It is way too off your own screen. Okay. Check your zoom ratio. It is way too off your own screen. So
but
Zoom will share my entire
the same issue. But other people are having the same issue, sir.
Not other people. Okay, so if you're having the same issue, okay, let me know. Let me see how many the class size that are having the same issue.
Yeah, I was having the same issue, but I think my Zoom, I think you are right. I have to zoom in now, and it's
okay, all right. Because it feels like I did not know what I was talking about.
No, you're correct. I think I zoomed out. That was why. Sorry, so sorry. I didn't know about it. So it's good equally I asked, because if not, I would have been thinking you are just performing magic.
So who was the person I was talking initially that other people have the same issue?
I equally said everybody's had the same issue.
So does everybody have the same issue now?
Well, if you wouldn't mind, sir, putting it towards the right, a little towards the right, I would be grateful if you wouldn't mind. If it will not
have to zoom out. Okay. The reason why I'm saying so is because what if I want to click on the navigation pane? What if I want to click on the navigation pane? It means you're not seeing the navigation pane at all. So, and I cannot move the navigation pane. So if I say, okay, I'm clicking on the table view on the navigation pane, it means you won't see what I'm doing there. And I cannot move the navigation pane anywhere.
I think the whole solution is to zoom in. If you zoom in, you just everywhere, the whole table, everything will just show. I think I can see everything.
All right. Thank you very much. So let's proceed. So we've done the first visual, we've done the second visual, we've done the third one, sum of sales by region. So let's do the fourth one. Let's see. So we want to let's look at sales by segments. Okay, let's look at sales by segments. So let me make use of the stacked bar chart. So sales for stacked bar chart is going from left to right. So it means my sales will be on this axis, which is x-axis. So I'll drag sales to x-axis, and I'll drag segments to y-axis. Beautiful, right? So another visual, insert stacked column chart. So this one is going from down to top, from bottom to top. Okay, so it means my sales will be on y-axis this time around. Okay, so I'm going to drag sales to y-axis, and then what will be on my x-axis? Let's look at sales by category. I'm going to drag category to x-axis. Okay, and then finally, I should change the color of my cursor. It's the same with background. I'll be happy to. Can you guide me on how to do that? Okay, but I cannot be changing the color from time to time. But I'm working on a black background. Are you saying I have to change it from, if I change this to black, are you saying I have to change it from black to something else? Or wherever the background matches. That's why you have a black border on the cursor. So finally, let's look at one more visual. Let me insert so let us look at the sales by ship mode. Let's look at the sales by ship mode. So let me do pie charts and say sales to values and then ship mode to legend. And you are done. Okay? So all these ones, I'm just doing all these visuals so that you get familiar with the visuals as well as the data cleaning aspect. Okay? So we are done with tonight. Okay, we're done for tonight. Yes, you can have profit and sales under values. You can. All right. You can drag it there. So next up, let me show you your assignments. All right. So the assignment I gave us in Excel on data cleaning and analysis practice. So that Excel file, I'm going to resend it to us. I'll resend it to us. So this Excel file that we cleaned, then we consolidated by merging the two data, the sales table and the products table. Okay? And then you cleaned this. Remember, you cleaned this as well. So all those things you did. Now, using the techniques that you have been taught in Power Query, okay, do likewise for this data. Then when you are done with your cleaning and merging, okay, remember if you bring unit price, unit cost into here, okay, you will now need to, okay, let me see. Okay. All right. So now, after merging it, you have unit price, unit cost. So you will need to create a column for sales. Sales is quantity times unit price, isn't it? So if you want to do that in your Power Query, to create a column by multiplying two columns, how do you do that? So let us say this is my data that I've already merged, okay? And I want to create a new column. Let us say price times quantity. Let's say this is price and this is quantity. I want to say price times quantity. I'll come over to add column, my add column tab, and I'll say custom column. Click on custom column. So what do you want to do? You want to say price times quantity. So let's say this is price. I will select price and then I will say insert. And I will do times, which is the asterisk key. And I will select quantity and say insert. That's all. And I'll say okay. And it will create a new column automatically for me. Do you see that? So you go ahead and change the data type of the column to fixed decimal number. And then you now load it, close and apply. So once you close and apply in your Power BI desktop, now do a visualization, just one card visual. So you're just going to do just one card visual to show the sum of sales. Okay, the sales has been multiplied by the quantity already. In this data, yes, I am giving an example that if you want to create, I stated it. I said if you want to create a column, multiplying two columns, I stated it. And I just use it for example. Okay, so now, so just do one visual on that data, sum of sales. So you include insert card visual. Okay, then you just drag the sales column that you created to fields and let it do sum of sales. That is the only visual I need. Okay, that is the only visual that I need. So once you do that, you go ahead and submit your Power BI query, your Power BI file. You submit your Power BI file. Okay, you submit your Power BI file and a screenshot of your sum of sales. So you open Sniping tool, you open Sniping tool, and then you take picture of your sum of sales. And this is how I want you to take the picture. You come over to new, and then you snipe the entire, what's it called, screen. Your entire screen, like this, is what you will snap for me. Okay, your entire screen, like this, is what you will snap. All right. So, and then you save the picture and you submit the picture as well. All right. So that is what your assignment is on. So I'm going to resend the data to us. Okay. In the next class, we'll look at the correction. And then after that, I think we have just data analysis expressions to look at. Then a little bit on creating relationships between tables, which we're going to do using calendar table and our main data. And then we'll look at our Power BI tutor-led projects. And finally, you have your own capstone project for Power BI. All right, so we are done for tonight. I'm going to send the attendance now. Some of you never finished the last assignment, which is the project. So, as I said, I'm leaving it open. Okay, tonight I'm going to lock it. So, most of you said it is only submission that remains. So I don't know the reason why since last week Wednesday you have not finished that project. I sincerely don't know the reason why. Okay, so how do you extract your Power BI file? After saving your Power BI, once you save it, it will save in form of this file, something like this. Something like this. Okay, this is how it will save. Something like this. So this is the file you are going to submit. Something like this. Okay. So it will allow me to go through it and confirm that yes, you did the cleaning in Power Query. Because some of you will do the cleaning in Excel. They now load it in Power Query and do that visualization and snap the picture and send. Yes, I know students very well. That's the reason why you submit both the picture and your Power BI file. So I will see that yes, you actually did the cleaning. All right. So attendance. Let me go ahead and drop the attendance. So some people said I should resend the data. So I'm going to do that. I'll do that. Send. So chats. So go ahead and fill your attendance. Your name was not ticked in the project list. What's your name and what's your student ID? If your name was not ticked in the project list, please, what's your student ID? Let me confirm that. So kindly fill your attendance quickly.
Sorry, Mr. Malik, can I ask, make a suggestion? Yeah, sorry. To be honest, many of us took time to do this capstone project connected, and it's really good, super good that we're able to do it. And we appreciate the fact that you are driving us positively. But on the process, honestly, we've not been able to review some of these lectures we've had on Power BI. myself, I joined very late tonight because I was struggling to make sure that I submit. Thank God I was able to finish and submit. So I'm making a suggestion. Can you take this assignment you're giving us for Power BI to Saturday's submission? It's just a suggestion because we don't want to start bleeding again. I've got to watch 1, 2, of those lectures, then be able to do a proper assignment. I'm just bleeding.
Okay. Thank you for that suggestion.
Thank you so much for understanding.
No, I'm not. I did not say I agreed. I only said thank you for the suggestion. I only said thank you for the suggestion. I did not say I agreed to it.
Okay. Okay. You are a kind coach. I know that you are going to consider it. If it is positive, I know. If it is, I know. But thank you for listening.
All right. So they have begged on your behalf.
Mr. Malik supported though.
They have begged on your behalf that we should extend the submission of the assignment to when? Saturday. All right. So I'll consider that Saturday. No problem. All right. So the deadline for the assignment is Saturday. But as usual, I know there are still people that would still come up and say, sir, please extend the time. It is bound to happen. But the deadline is Saturday. Please fill your attendance yourself. Okay, it's only if you're having network issue or something that I can actually help you with it. Afolabi Olufunsho. So you said you did not see your attendance, your projects filled. Let's confirm that.
Can you please resend the link for the attendance, sir?
Okay. Afolabi Olufunsho. 10. So you can see your Excel project, Afolabi Olufunsho. So why did you say it was not checked?
I be there. I do not know what I'm doing. I'm telling you.
So that is the Excel. That is the link to the attendance. So please, let's fill it. If you are unable to fill, please let me know. Please. We reached 100 people on this call. We reached 100 people some minutes ago. Some people have filled the attendance and they've left immediately. But I know we reached 100 people on this call. So please fill the attendance. Please. If this was a physical meeting, it would have been easier to collect the attendance.